What's up? What's up? What's up, Unreal Nation? This is your boy Unreal, bringing back last week's recap. So last week wasn't too bad. I did fairly well. Still stayed in the green. Monday I traded, made $600 profit on a call on SPY. Traded on Wednesday again. Bought a put contract on SPY. Ended up losing $350, so I lost $350 of my $600 profit on Wednesday. Then I traded Thursday. I saw a lot of momentum going into Thursday for Friday, so I bought a option contract on Thursday to expire on Friday. I sold at the open on Friday. I think when I got into that sale on Friday, I ended up getting in too early. I should have waited a little closer to the close of the day to get in. I would have bought at a lower price, but I ended up taking a loss on that, $171.15 on Friday on that option that I bought Thursday. Thursday, I tried my hand again. I saw price action, saw how I was moving, enter a play, hit for $440 profit. So pretty much maybe a $300, $400 week, not bad. Didn't take an L, still in the green, struggling nation. So if you're out there struggling, just keep it up. The profits will get bigger, but where I'm at right now, it's not about just profit. It's about consistency and strategy. Each day that I play, each day that I enter a trade, I'm just thinking about my strategy and sticking to my strategy and controlling stop loss. And the most important thing is to control that stop loss. Now I'm able to get out of a trade as soon as my stop loss is hit before I take a bigger trade. That was one of the issues I had last year. So on this video, I'm not gonna share my screen of where I enter and where I exit. I feel like I've showed y'all enough of that for this, at least for this recap of last week. I will share photos of my screenshot to let you know what I made and what I lost, so you could see the proof in the pudding. But more than anything, this video this week is gonna be about Q&As. It's a lot of questions that are being asked of me, of the people that are watching these videos. How did I get into trading? What made me get into trading? How do you become successful trading? I'm not successful yet. I'm starting to become successful. So that's going to be a little bit difficult question to answer. But how do you get into it? What do you do? How do you understand what you're looking at? What really made you decide to do this? So I want to just take a minute to answer those questions on this video. That's what this video is going to be about this week. So the first question they asked me was, how did I get into trading? So when the pandemic hit, I had friends of mine that kept saying, hey, you ever think about joining Robinhood? Robinhood is a good way to buy shares and invest your money as opposed to just leaving it in your account. And I point out, having money in a savings account is the dumbest thing that you can do. It's safer than having money at home in under the mattress or in the safe. At least in the bank is insured. So that's the only positive that I can give you about having money in a savings account. Your money should be put somewhere where it's generating some form of interest. The interest that the banks give you is garbage. It's just straight garbage. So having your money in a trading platform like Robinhood, Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade, Edward Jones, wherever you decide, whatever platform you decide to just put your money in and dibble and dabble, buy the stuff that you use on a regular basis that you spend your money on. That's how I started. I started buying shares through Robinhood in companies that I spend my money with. Nike, Apple, they get a lot of my money. AT&T, they get a lot of my money. Verizon, home builders like Ryan Homes, Pulte Homes, these people are publicly traded companies, and since I was spending my money with buying their product, I said, well, why don't I buy shares and see if I could collect some of the money back that I spent with these companies. Google, Facebook, you name it. Any company that you invest, you spend your money with, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank, any of these companies that you just spent your money on or spend your money with, why not buy a share of their company and see if you can make some money on? A lot of these companies pay dividends. So as the pandemic hit, that's what I started doing. I started researching, watching YouTube videos, what to invest in, how to do it. And I will give Robinhood this, hands down, they're probably one of the easiest platforms to trade with. Hands down, it's just simple, just push a button, you don't really have to understand a whole lot about trading. Just buy, sell. It's that simple, just hit a button on your phone, that simple, quick response. They do have a lag, that's the one thing that pulled me away from Robinhood. So lately you haven't heard me saying that I've been taking any of my trades on Robinhood. All my trades that I've been doing has been on Thinkorswim. But they do have that lag that pisses me off, but it comes with the platform. But they're very easy to use. So I was buying stocks in Nike, Under Armour, Reebok, you name it. I was buying shares in Simon Property. If you know anything about Simon Property, they're the ones that own the outlets. So since I shop at the outlets, why not buy shares in them? So I was buying shares, making money off of them. And it just drove that passion, lit that fire. So that's what drove me to buying shares and got me into this. So once I got into this, I've been trading now a few months. I started hearing about puts and options, contracts, calls. I was like, what the hell is this stuff? So of course, I'm the type that I'm going to do my research as much as I can before I enter in anything. So I researched it, understood it, but didn't get it. Because at this point, when I'm buying shares, I'm just buying shares. I see it, and I see it's low, I buy it. Same thing as crypto. I was buying crypto at that time too. So I see it when it gets low, and I will buy. Listening to the news, don't listen to the news. Price action is all you need to trade. All you need. I listen to the news to get all the garbage out of my mind. So I use the news as a form of kind of like a therapy, in a sense. If you think your consistent pattern in life is go to work, listen to music on the way to work, leave work, listen to music on the way back, maybe talk on the phone, and then the music, you're just hearing garbage all day, hearing gossip all day. So I wanted to get that routine out of me. So what I started doing, instead of listening to music, I would listen to the Bloomberg channel on the way to work, on the way home. So kind of retrain my mind to think as an investor, as opposed to just thinking like somebody on the sideline don't know what the hell they're doing. So now I see the world different. With the war at war, with inflation, I see everything different. I see it from a different point of view. So if you want to get started, these are tips that I'm giving you of what can take your trade to the next level if you want to be a full-time trader. On top of that, reading books and taking a course. You got to take a course. So once I got into options, I looked around YouTube and watched a bunch of videos on YouTube from guys that share a lot of knowledge on what options are and how to get in them, how to trade them, and how volatile they are. They're very volatile. So the videos weren't enough. I had to learn from somebody. That's when I started taking courses. So when I started taking courses, then I started understanding what moving averages were, pivot points, Fibonacci retracements, all this language that was French to me before. I understood it by taking a course from somebody who knows it, that they're willing to teach it. I was to the point where I was so excited to learn something new and to get into something new. Remember, trading is a skill. You're going to develop a skill to trade. It's just a skill, just like plumbers, just like people who build houses, people who build cars. It's a skill that they develop, and they go to school, study, and train for it. So trading is the same thing. It's the same. You're gonna take the same playbook out of that into this. So once I started taking courses, I started learning about that, support and resistance line, price action. So the first course I took wasn't enough. I said, well, they taught me the person was excellent. Nothing towards the people that in the courses that I took, but I needed a little bit more. So, I could explain something to you, you not understand it, but person X could come in here and explain the same thing that I told you, and you understand it. It's just the way they break down the information. So I understood the first course, but it didn't sit in my head. So I took another course. That one helped a little bit more, helped me out a little bit more, helped me understand a little bit more. So I said, well, that's not enough. I still feel blind. I still feel like I'm out there naked. Took another course. That third course, it was a course taught by 3 brothers. Brothers, they're bad, man. These guys are doing amazing things. They know what they're doing, and through them I learned a lot. Took my trading to the next level. So what helped helped me perfect my skill was going to school. So I took those courses. Total, it's probably been about 4, maybe 5 courses that I took and paid for. So outside of the money not that I lost last year, but that I invested into myself last year. So when you hear me the earlier videos where I said I'm down 50, 60, maybe 70K, and I totaled everything up, that's not money that I lost. That's money that I invested to get to where I'm going to be at and where I'm at currently. I'm in the green this year. So you got to take that. With trading, you have to understand that it comes with losing. At first, you're going to lose a lot. You're going to blow accounts. I didn't understand that, but it is what it is. Just like anybody that starts a business, I've started a business, and I never understood the concept where they say if your first year or 2 years in business, you're not going to make a profit, and it's true. After that, you start turning a profit. I didn't understand that until after my second year in business, going into third year in business. So it's the same thing with trading. You're going to lose, you're going to blow your account. Maybe the first year, everybody picks up, everybody learns different. Maybe you might only lose a couple of months and then get it and hit hit that road running. But maybe you might take you a year, might maybe take you 2 years, might maybe take you 3 years. As long as you don't give up, eventually you will become good and you will become successful, and the road of struggling won't be there no more. You'll be consistent, and you'll understand that with trading comes a lot of emotions, a lot of ups and downs, losses at first, headaches, frustration. Can't tell you how many times I wanted to give up. Still to the day, that thought hits my mind, but I push it out of my mind because, like I said, I'm not wired that way. I'm not wired to quit. So I'm going to see something out into the end, no matter what. So these are the things that got me into trading, started me trading, put me in that direction. For the people that have been asking these questions, how much money did I start with? I think at first I was nervous. So anytime you're dealing with giving your money up, in a sense, and not seeing something that's being put in your hand right after. So if I give you $100 and you give me a pair of J's, I'm physically holding what I paid for. But with shares, buying stock, you're not physically holding. Everything's electronic. So trading, at first I was nervous, especially when I started with Robinhood, and you will be too. Put $100 in there first. Then I went up to $200, then I went up to $300, then I went up to $400. And the more I traded, I started making money just buying shares. And mind you, I'm green. I'm just buying shares. I'm buying low. And when it goes up $1, $2, $3, after I bought X amount of shares of a company, I would sell. I said, oh man, this thing is actually working out good. So then I started putting more money in there, and putting more money in there, and put more money in there. When I really started dumping money into my account was when I started option trading. So before option trading, I think maybe my account was maybe somewhere around 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 grand. And I'm just trading with that money. And when I started option trading, that's when I really started dumping money in there, because option trading, so let me give you an example of option trading. So when you buy shares, just regular shares of a company, you buy one share, and you can hold that share until the company either goes bankrupt and that share goes to zero, or that share goes up. You don't have no pressure, no reason to sell outside of you. When you buy options have an expiration date. And by government law, you're required. They made it so when you buy one option contract, because you buy options in contracts, they come with 100 shares. So one contract is 100 shares. So you're buying these option contracts with based on you doing your strategy, doing your homework, understanding the market, understanding what's going on with price action. You're pretty much betting that these 100 shares are either going to go up or they're going to go down. If they're going to go up, it's calls. If they're going to go down, it's puts. So when I got into options, that's when I started dumping a lot of money, and I was making a lot of money. So I might go down 2-3 grand, but then I'll come back and make 3, 4, 5 grand. So I'll make what I've lost and then some. You know, some days in 5-10 minutes I might hit for 2,500. You know, that's how sweet the money is in option trading. But it's volatile. Volatile meaning I don't own the shares. Remember, you're buying them with the expectation that the shares are going to go up or down, depending on whether you bought calls or bought puts. Also, because they're called options. Options. You have the right to exercise your option. So if expiration date is coming up, I bet it, bought calls, I bet it that this option contract in Nike was going to go up. It didn't go up, it went down. Now I'm losing the money that I invested in that option contract. So losing money, coming up to the expiration date. On the expiration date, I have the option of buying those 100 shares at market price before my contract expires. So instead of taking a complete loss, I can buy my contracts back. Yes, I'm still going to be at a loss, but now I have shares that I own. Those 100 shares of that one option contract that I bought in, let's say Nike, coming up to the expiration date, supposed to expiring, and me just losing my money. I could choose to exercise my option, buy those 100 shares at market price, whatever that price is. I will pay that amount, and then I will own those 100 shares. Then I can hold those 100 shares until price goes up, and I make some of my loss back. And that's how, when you're working with a big account, you can move around like that. So I was never working with that type of account where I can buy or exercise my options. So, you know, when I took a loss, and I didn't know how to manage loss. You will not know how to manage loss. It will be one of your biggest struggles. Loss, emotions, wanting to quit, and then having an eye to see the market. It's hard to see the market. And now I can actually sit here in front of you as a struggling trader on the road to green. I sit here and tell you that now I see the market way more clearer than I did last year. I'm seeing these patterns develop, and I'm seeing when price action pulls back, when they enter. I'm seeing support and resistance, understanding where to set my lines at now, so I can wait for price action to move to those support or resistance lines and then enter the trade. Still make mistakes because I'm still new at this skill that I'm trying to learn. You will be too, but the longer you work at it and the more you study and the more you dedicate it into it, the better you'll be. So just a little breakdown on the options. So that's what options are. It's a quick way of buying 100 shares of a company like Google, Facebook, Tesla. You know, Tesla's $1,000 a share. $1,000 a share. So you figure 100 shares of Tesla is a lot of money. So since we're working with small accounts, this is how you're able to make money and build that small account into a bigger account where you can now buy shares and secure your money a little bit better. And still dibble and dabble with options. All big institutions do it. They're the ones that make the stock go up and down, not us, the little players. So that's why I buy options. That's why I chose to go the options route. Now, for long-term investments, for those people out there that just want to long-term invest, you buy shares. Buy them low and just hold them and accumulate more when they're low. Now with the war and where inflation stocks they've taken a dip. That dip is a perfect time to buy and just build your portfolio and buy as much as you can. Try to buy companies that pay dividends. If you don't understand what dividends is, go to Yahoo. type in, go to Yahoo Finances, and you're able to see the finances of all these companies. How are they doing? Are they in the profit? Are they in the green? Are they in the green? Or are they in the red? So you'll know where to invest. If they pay dividends, how much do they pay dividends? When do they pay dividends? Most companies pay dividends quarterly. So when I say quarterly, every 3 months. So those are the companies you invest. There's a lot of people out here that live just off dividend payment. They have enough shares purchased within these companies that they get whatever the amount is that they want to live off these dividend payments, and they don't have to work a day in their life. Just collect the dividend check that gets deposited into their account. So this is the way that you can start your journey if you choose this journey to be stock trading, investing in stocks, investing in options. You got to take a course from someone. Now, after you take a course, I suggest you read these books that describe like price action, candlesticks, moving averages, Fibonacci retracement, just any and everything that could take your trade to the next level. Better to first take the courses first and then do the reading, because if you do the reading, you really don't, it's going to be harder for you to understand the material. Some people will pick it up quick, but some people won't. I think the easiest path is to take a class from somebody, let them teach you what all this stuff is: candlesticks, price action, moving averages, Fibonacci retracement, pivot points. Let them teach you all that. Once they teach you all that, then you read the books on it to further advance your knowledge of what you're doing. And then after that, just practice. How much time do I put in every day? I'm on the market from 8 o'clock in the morning till the market closes at 4. Take a small break. And before I go to sleep at night, try to put in another hour or so watching the market, going back and looking at my plays, where I enter, where I exit, where I could have entered, where I could have exit. Look at the moving average, seeing what we're doing. I look at multiple time frames. I don't just glue in on one time frame. That's another thing. You gotta look at everything. Look at the whole picture. I go back months, weeks, even years if I have to see has price come back to a certain point and bounce there. So this is all the stuff that I do. If it sounds French to you, it's because you haven't put in the work to study to try to learn this. So that's probably about the amount of hours I put in every day on the weekends. Gotta look at the market. I take an hour or two, look through the market, just to see what happened throughout the week so I can prepare for the following week. I do that Saturday, I do it Sunday. And then in between, I'm reading my books. In between, I read the books. Check to see what's going on. On top of that, when I'm in the car, I'm listening to the Bloomberg channel. So I'm watching to see what's going on in the world, just to retrain my brain to think as an investor. What's going on here? What's going on there? What's going on in China? What's going on in Canada? What's Mexico doing? Just to see who and what can change what's going on in the market. So this is what I put in. This is the work I put in every day. Every day, 24/7, 7 days a week, nonstop. No breaks off. I think the minute I take a break off is when I'm buried. I just can't take a break. I gotta learn this, and I don't have no time to waste. You don't have no time to waste. Put in the work. Hope this helps answer the questions, get you started. Remember, start with Robinhood. It's just an easy platform. Start with trading shares. If you can, go into Yahoo Finance, research the company you want to buy in: Sony, Dell, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, any of these companies that you want to invest in. Alibaba, Tesla, Chevy, GM, Ford, any of this Toyota, any of these companies that you want to invest in. Before you invest in, go to Yahoo Finance and research the company, see what their books look like, see what the money looks like, and then buy into the company. And remember, buy low, and if you choose to sell high. For those long-term investors, just buy low and accumulate low. Keep buying when the stock is low. By the time you retire, you can have a nice nest egg, get you set up for yourself. Don't rely on an employer or an individual to get you where you want to be at financially. Don't rely on an individual, an employer to get you where you want to be at financially. You have to put in the work. Nobody cares about you more than you. Nobody loves you more than you. Put in the work for you. Teach it to your kids, so as they grow up, they know exactly what to do, and they could be ready. So when they leave your house, they know exactly what to do with their money. Don't put your money into savings. Waste of time. And stop living with this. There's always this say-so out there. Man, if I had bought Microsoft back then. Man, if I had bought Apple back then. Well, what are you waiting for? Buy now. It's low. It's cheap. Buy and accumulate as much as you can. So when you retire, or when you decide you don't want to work anymore, got a nice nest egg to sit on. That's all I got. Struggling Nation on the road to green. This is your boy Unreal answering questions. Any other questions? Put it in the comment section. Like, subscribe, thumbs up. Doesn't hurt anybody to give me a thumbs up. Share this video to who you think may need it, may be interested in this, or just want to do something with their money. Share this video. Any messages personally, send them to me. I will answer questions. I will respond back to you. It's your boy Unreal with Unreal Trading signing off. I'll see y'all next week and then we'll have recap. I'll probably do screen sharing next week. Show y'all what I'm at, what I've made, and if I took an L, what L's I took. So this is Unreal signing off.